Welcome to the first annual Candy Awards. I
Yay!
I'm Karin.
And I'm Mandy, and this is our recap of all things 2022 up to today, which is October 27th for us. So there will be stuff from the end of the year that we might not get to.
But that's okay, we'll add it on to next year.
Yeah, we'll include these last 2 months in our 2023 award show.
Yay, so this is officially our last episode of the season, last episode of the year. We're very excited to get into this with all y'all. So,
This has been a lot of
yay.
fun to put together. I'm really excited.
It was really fun. It was a little stressful. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie. It was a little
it
stressful,
surely was because we
but
waited until the last minute.
because we're really
Um,
smart.
yeah, we
We're
didn't know
really
this was
smart.
coming until today.
Right.
We had no notice at all.
No. It just popped into our heads today, and
Yeah,
we
we just
haven't
had
been
this
planning this
idea.
all year
Log
or
in
anything.
every like you text me and you're like, "Hey, we should do this." And I was like, "I'm logging in right now."
Yep.
It's
We're
exactly
very
how it
prepared.
happened.
All right. Should we get into it? I'm
Yes, drum
excited.
roll.
Yay. Okay. So for our first award of the episode, we're going to start off with movie of the year. And I think we explained it last episode. We will each be giving our top 3 of the year, and then we'll announce who is the winner for each of us because we've seen different things and read different things.
Yeah, I could not keep up with all of the things you watch. I've watched like 1% of what you have
And
or the
I
amount that you have.
could not keep up with the amount that you read, so
Yeah.
we're even. All right, movie of the year. Who are your nominees?
Okay, well, I've seen like 5 movies this year total so far. I already know that my number 1 is gonna be Wakanda Forever, but I can't say that one yet.
Because we haven't watched it. I know. I think
Okay,
we can agree
so
that that would have been both of
yeah,
our number one
it
spot
it
if we
wins.
had watched it this year. Yes.
You're about to be scandalized by
Oh
me a few
no.
times actually, but
All right.
the nominees are The Batman, Elvis, and Downton Abbey: A New Era.
That actually does not surprise me.
I figured you'd be scandalized that neither of the Marvel movies made the cut, but they did not this year.
I
Alas.
I
Alas.
am not surprised by your list.
Okay.
I dare
And
say that you will be surprised by mine though.
okay.
So,
And the award goes to
da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Downton Abbey: A New Era. It couldn't be anything else. It couldn't be anything else. I just sat there. I went alone and I sat there and I just cried and cried. It was so good.
Aw, I love that. So, what are the other two? In what order?
So Elvis was number 3 and the Batman was number 2. I forgot about the Batman and I frantically called Josh today as I'm going down my list and I'm like, what movies did we watch? And he was like, No Way Home. And I was like, that was last year.
It
And
was last
he named another one that was like it was like December of last year.
year.
I was
Hmm.
like, no. And then he's like, we saw Fantastic Beasts. And I'm like, yeah, and I hated that. And then
Yeah.
I finally Googled like the most popular movies that came out in 2022. And I was like, oh, Batman. I
Oh my
love the
God.
Batman.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I
Yeah.
have an app, it's called Letterboxd, and I log in every single movie that I watch. So all I had to do was scroll back to January and then go down the list to see what I had watched
I
this
did
year.
that with Goodreads. I don't have the attention span to put in every movie ever.
Yeah,
Like
no.
I just
You don't
I
watch
don't.
that many movies. How long would that
Exactly.
take, Mandy?
That's true.
How long would that have
That's
taken?
that's fair.
Walking out of the theater, add one thing every 3 months.
Normally, I'm either when I walk out of a theater, I'm either complaining or like giving it my glowing review of why it was the best movie that's ever been made. And there is no in between. Like Josh is always like, would she shut up? Just please stop.
I love it. All
All
right.
right, Karen, what's your movie of the year?
My nominees are Everything Everywhere All at Once,
I forgot about that movie. Okay.
The Batman,
Hey,
and Turning Red, which was
you didn't
also
even
this year.
you didn't even put Wanda in there? Who are
It's
you?
not Wanda's movie. It's not
She's
Wanda's movie. And
she's the mom in
it wasn't
Mom.
her best outing. I mean, it was her best outing. It wasn't the best movie.
I am shocked. Who
But
even are you?
do you really think that Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is better than any of the 3 movies that I just listed?
No, of course I don't.
Exactly.
And I forgot about Turning Red.
Yeah.
That was this year.
That was
All right.
I had to double check while you were talking because I was like, wait, was that this year or was it the end of last year?
It's so scary. I was like,
it
wait,
was
what about
this year?
Encanto? Did that come out this year? And Josh was
Nope.
like, no, that was
That-
the end of the year.
That was around my birthday, which is why I remember that.
Yeah. It all just, because I know it was something weird with awards season early on. And so I was like, was it because it was, no, it wasn't this year, it was last year.
We were just very confused.
Yeah.
So those are my nominees for the year. And my movie of the year is Turning Red.
That doesn't surprise me.
As I'm wearing Turning Red headphones while we record. Shocking.
Yeah.
I put The Batman in number 3 and then Everything Everywhere All at Once at number 2.
I like that we agreed on the Batman, and I forgot all about the other two.
I feel like both of our choices very accurately represent who we are.
Yes. If Downton wasn't on there, I've been kidnapped and body snatched.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that one I knew. I was like, it's going to be Downton.
You're like 100%.
Anything else? I was like, I forgot that movies were a thing that happened. All right. Our next award is Show of the Year. Hit me.
All right.
Maybe we'll take turns. Do we take just take turns? Okay.
Yeah. We'll do that. That makes sense. Okay. So my nominees, I went with not necessarily shows that premiered this year, but shows that I did watch this year. So
That's
like,
fine. I did that with a lot of books because
I was like, I'm not 100% sure how we're doing it, so that's what we're gonna do. Just things that I consumed this year. Okay, so the nominees are Moon Knight. Mandy.
I gotta change something.
Kung Fu and Ms. Marvel are my nominees for this year.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I am.
Are you done changing your notes?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love it. This was the last category that I finished filling out. Like right before we started recording, I was like, oh, these ones. These are things I watched this year, right? So my show of the year, I actually picked Kung Fu.
Okay.
The family of it all. Like it hits home. Especially since they're a Chinese American family, it just hits home. I love them so much.
Yeah.
Season 3 just started and I'm like so engrossed in it already. And I'm so mad that I have to wait week to week. So that is my show of the year.
I hate that trend now.
I know.
Let me binge. Let me binge. Just let me binge.
So that is my show of the year. Coming in at number 2 is Moon Knight.
Yeah.
And then Ms. Marvel is number 3.
Okay.
So let me know, what are your shows of the year?
I have an honorable mention that I want to mention, and it only gets this because there's only one episode out, but we have to talk about, I guess they could be a show bestie, Searchers, the Paranormal Mind episode was this year, and it's very good. There's more episodes coming, but not yet. It's not ready yet. Okay. So the nominees are Lock and Key, Moon Knight, and Stranger Things.
Okay. Who did you bump out?
She-Hulk.
Okay.
I really did. I really loved She-Hulk, but I forgot how I loved Moon Knight more.
I loved She-Hulk. I loved individual episodes, but I feel like as a whole, it didn't feel like, I don't know, something about it didn't work as a whole.
I like that though sometimes.
Sometimes,
like with Brooklyn Nine-Nine, you don't have to watch every episode to get
right. But so because it was because it was only 9 episodes, like I feel like if it was a regular season of TV and they did it like that, I'd be more okay with it. But because it was only 9 episodes, it kind of lost some traction.
Lucky that got bumped.
All right, show of the year.
The award goes to Stranger Things, of course. You broke a lot of bones in my face, but you gave me my beloved Steve Harrington and our king Eddie Munson. I mean, So number 3 was Moon Knight. Number 2 was Lock and Key. Super, super good. And then
Yeah.
Stranger Things.
Yay!
And
So
those are our
fun.
2 non-book categories.
Yes.
Everything else is books.
Well, to be fair, technically speaking, the other categories could apply to screen characters.
Okay, for me they don't.
neither do mine, but they could have.
Okay, but they don't.
Point.
So that's why we're saying we're leaving the screen and we're going to the page.
Yes. All right. Next category is cliffhanger of the year.
So obviously, I can't get into why any of these are great because that would give away the ending. Mm-hmm. So the nominees are The Ballad of Never After by Stephanie Garber, The Atlas Six by Olivia Blake, and Legendborn by Tracy Dion.
Okay.
And the award goes to The Ballad of Never After because I sat here just wanting to die.
Does not surprise me at all. I feel like if you did not pick that book, I would have been very concerned.
Yeah, the biggest emotional response I had to a book this year was the end of that godforsaken book. I love it, but my God.
Yeah.
All right, tell me about your cliffhanger.
Ooh, what's your 2 and 3? What order do they go in?
I'm just getting all out of whack. Okay, so number 3 was Legendborn.
Okay.
Number 2 is The Atlas Six, and then number 1 was The Ballad of Never After.
Okay. That puts them in order in my mind now for how I should read them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So for me, the nominees are These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. We're so shocked. We're so shocked.
Yeah.
She Who Rides the Storm by Caitlin Sangster and Serpent and Dove by Shelby Maherin.
I'm so jealous that you got to read that this year.
I read that for the first time this year.
Yeah.
And the award goes to Serpent and Dove. I don't remember the end of it. I just remember that I sent a string.
Yeah.
Literally, I finished the book. I sent a string of increasingly unhinged incoherent and unhinged text messages to Sam. Like, that poor girl. I don't know how she puts up with me, but I just got more unhinged as the text went on. I was like, how dare you not let me have book 2 ready? I'm gonna need
some Serpent and Dove tea.
Yeah. I was like, hold on, which tea are we talking about? You meant the actual tea, not like the tea.
Yeah.
I get it.
Well, you said you like Sam.
I did. Yes. It took me a second. I'm very tired.
That's like what the few seconds it took you to realize what the candies meant.
Yeah, well, it took me.
You're so pretty.
It took me like a full 2 minutes. Okay, I stared at it and I'm like, why are you? Why?
And then when you see it, you're like,
we should give a shout out to our friend Alicia who listens to our episodes. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. That's how I've always pronounced it in my head. Yeah, I'm sure you'll tell us.
Same.
Or later, but I posted a thing like, what should we name our awards? And she messaged, she's like, the candies. And I literally sat there for a solid 2 minutes like, what do you mean? That
when you text me that and told me, you put in parentheses, it's our names, like you were
yeah,
it made me laugh.
I'm smart. I'm real smart, guys.
Oh, I love it.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, coming in at number 2 is These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. And then number 3 is She Who Rides the Storm by Caitlin Sangster. I'm still really mad that I have to wait until next year for book 2. I'm so mad at her. I'm so mad at her.
How dare you? How very dare you?
So, those are my cliffhangers of the year.
All right. What is your sequel of the year?
Oh my goodness gracious. All right. To absolutely nobody's surprise, the nominees are Our Violent Delights by Chloe Gong, Heart of the Sun Warrior by Sue Lynn Tan, and The Starlight in the Shadows by Amber D. Lewis. Absolutely zero surprise. Nobody is surprised by this list.
Minor is surprising as yours are.
Okay. And the candy goes to Sounds so funny to say. I love it. Heart of the Sun Warrior by Sue Lynn Han gets my #1 spot.
Okay.
Coming in second, The Starlight in the Shadows by Amber D. Lewis. And third, Our Violent Delights by Chloe Gong.
Okay.
Tell me, what are yours?
All right. So we have The Ballad of Never After by Stephanie Garber, The Starlight in the Shadows by Amber D. Lewis, or The Atlas Paradox by Olivia Blake.
I am so shocked.
I know.
You're
I'm
just
just so
full of
closed
surprises.
off. I am a closed book. You
Yep.
can't guess me.
Never would have guessed it.
And the award goes to The Starlight in the Shadows by Amber D. Lewis. It's the one book I think that other than like I had one book that I read, but it was really short. Read in a day. I didn't do anything. I didn't
I
like,
remember that.
I did not leave my bed. I just was hooked. So
I
then,
I had to knock it down just a little bit just because I was literally a wreck afterwards. I literally could not do
yeah,
anything after I finished it. So I was like,
yeah.
you know what? That made me feel bad.
Then #2 was The Ballad of Never After, and #3 was The Atlas Paradox.
Yay.
Surprising.
I am so shocked. So surprising. I never would have guessed it of you, Mandy.
Yeah.
All right. Tell me your Ship of the Year nominees.
Okay, the nominees are Alec and Astra from the Fire blah 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 from the Fire and Starlight Saga by Amber D. Lewis, Brian Selwyn from Legendborn by Tracy Dion, and Talhan and Nilo from the Five Courts of Oakrith series by A.K. Mulford.
Okay.
And the award goes to Alec and Astra, of course. I've been screaming about these two for since day one. Don't want to give away any spoilers. And then #2 is Talhan and Nilo. They are not, I guess technically they're the only real ship because
Okay.
we don't know that they're together. It's just like a fan hope, a fan favorite. We
Okay.
get Nilo's book is coming soon, but we haven't gotten their book yet.
Okay.
So we don't know. But I am dying. And then Brian Selwyn Kane, she's with this one guy now. He's wrong. He's wrong. Wrong.
Oh, you're so
What about
funny.
your Ship of the Year?
Okay, so it's really funny because I was gonna text you, but then I was in too much of a panic. I was gonna be like, are we doing like actual like canon or are we doing like head canons?
Yes.
I went with actual canon,
Okay.
which means that my actual answer is not on this list because it's a spoiler.
Okay. And
So,
I should say, this isn't the one that I said that isn't a thing yet. It has been hinted. It's not
yeah.
like it's just people like pulling it out of their butts that
Right,
these
right,
two work together. It has been hinted, but we're just like, give it to us, come
right.
on.
Right.
Okay.
So my actual top spot goes to a couple that it's a spoiler if I say it. So I'm not going to.
Don't say that.
So my nominees are Hannah and Jacob from Soulmates by Susan Lee, Sophie and Xavier from Love Boat Reunion by Abigail Hingwen, and of course Juliet and Roma from the These Violent Delights duology by Chloe Gong. And the winner, to absolutely zero people's surprise, is Juliet and Roma.
What?
No surprises.
I cannot believe it.
Coming in second is Sophie and Xavier from Love Boat Reunion. I think that their arc from book 1 to book 2 is just so strong. I loved it so much because they both changed so much for them to like get to the point. It was so good.
Oh.
And then Hannah and Jacob are just childhood best friends to lovers. Childhood best friends to lovers. Like I can't. I know we love a good enemies to lovers, but God, childhood best friends to lovers.
Let me tell you something. And okay, and I'm not going to give any spoilers, but and this is just an aside. Josh and I started watching Rings of Power, right? There's a person, a girl who meets this guy and she can't stand him, right? And he's kind of like mysterious and he's got secrets and he's a good fighter and blah blah blah. And then there's this like the good captain, blah blah blah. And she's standing there talking to the good captain, and Josh is like, I bet they're gonna bone. And I was like, what? I was like, no, 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 no. This is enemies to lovers written all over it. She wants the other guy. So we're gonna have to see.
Oh,
We're gonna
I
have to see where that
love it.
goes. I
That's
meant
so
to text
funny.
you and tell you that.
That's so funny. I love that. I
I was
haven't
like,
watched
no,
it
I've
yet,
seen
but
this on the
that's
page. I've seen this on the page a million times, sir. She
mm-hmm.
ain't getting with he's gonna try. She wants this guy. She hates him. She wants this
Typical. Typical. Oh
guy.
my gosh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Is it?
I forgot whose turn it is. You just told me. All
I
right, so
just asked, yeah.
yeah. Wait.
Okay. It's your turn.
Yeah, okay. So what I thought.
Yes.
You just told me your ships.
So
So
yes.
yeah, okay.
We're good at this.
Who is the best side character of the year?
Okay. This is the fun one.
Yeah.
And
It's hard to remember.
this was like the easiest category for me, to be
Oh
honest.
no, this was one of my hardest.
This was my easiest. And I'm gonna say that these are all side characters.
Okay.
I'm hoping that you will agree. Well,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I have one I hope you agree with too. So
I think they're side characters. Okay. The nominees for side character of the year from me are Benedict Montague from These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong, Ansel Diggory from Serpent and Dove by Shelby Mahern, and Elisa Montagova from Foul Lady Fortune by Chloe Gong.
okay.
And I think they're all squarely side characters. They're like pretty big characters, but still side characters.
Yeah.
And to absolutely zero people's surprise, side character of the year, the award goes to Ansel Diggory. He is
Of course
the apple of my eye.
The sweetest baby angel that ever baby angeled in the world.
Absolutely. Exactly. Ansel Diggory, hands down. Second place goes to Benedict Montagov, and third goes to Elisa Montagova. I think she's so funny. She's so funny. And then Benedict is just like quietly hilarious. It's great. I love it. I love it. Your turn.
Okay. The nominees are Duckers from The Undertaking of Heart and Mercy by Megan Bannon, who in my blog I said was this world's version of Ansel Diggory.
Yep.
Because I didn't read Ansel this year.
Mm-hmm.
Nilo Emberspear from the Five Courts of Oakrith books by A.K. Mulford, and Cal from the Fire and Starlight saga, since his story is not officially out yet. So he's still firmly a side character.
That's
Amber
fair.
D. Lewis.
That is fair.
Yeah.
All right.
And of course, the award goes to Cal. Everyone deserves a friend like
Everybody
Cal.
needs Cal. Everybody needs a Cal.
Sweet and number Cal. 2 was Sweet Baby Duckers. I love him so much. I'm gonna die for him. And then Nilo Emberspear. I cannot wait for their book. I think it's like March time frame, but they're like bookish and like kind of a smart ass. And I really hope they come up with Palhan. And
Yay, fingers crossed for you. All right. Tell me your main character of the year.
This one was really hard too.
This one was hard.
Because
this one was hard.
I tried to go a little bit, I guess not, maybe kind of out of the box. I just went with characters that I really like, either super liked or super related to.
Okay.
So the nominees are Mercy Birdsall from The Undertaking of Heart and Mercy by Megan Bannon, Bree Matthews from Legendborn by Tracy Dion, and Maeve Chambers from the All Our Hidden Gifts series by Caroline O'Donoghue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the award goes to Mercy Birdsall from The Undertaking of Heart and Mercy. I mean, you grew up with around dead bodies, and you tell me about your life. I'm gonna relate to you a lot. And she didn't take shit. She just kind of I loved her. She was very relatable. Bree Matthews from Legendborn is a total badass, and I love her. And then Maeve Chambers was a super interesting character. She had a lot of growth, I thought. So
okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Who is your main character of the year and your nominees?
This was a really hard one. And I am trying. I feel like one of them may or may not be counted as a main character.
Okay.
But I count him as a main character. Okay. So in my heart, it counts. My nominees are Aaron from the Fire and Starlight saga, Peeta Mellark from the Hunger Games trilogy, and, of course, Rosalind Lang from Fat Lady Fortune.
Aaron's a main character.
He's a main character, right? You would say he's a main
Yeah.
character?
He's not
Okay.
a like he is one of like the core ones. Sure, Cal is there, Macon
Right.
is there. They're not like Winnie is there. They're not
Yeah.
in it as
Right.
much as Aaron is.
Yeah.
So I
That's
think the main characters, Alec, Astra, Bram, Kato, and Aaron to
okay.
me.
Good. Because that's
Right?
how
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
That's what I
Okay.
was thinking too. Okay. Good.
Okay.
I'm glad you like agree because I was like, he's
Yeah.
the main character in my heart.
Yeah, he definitely is. I think Amber could listen to this and be like, "No, you idiots." I don't think she
Well,
will.
I think Amber will agree, but I base that on things that I can.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, I think Aaron's a solid main character.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So the award goes to shocking Rosalind Lang.
You don't even like Rosalind. What?
She's so grumpy. I love her so much. She is so grumpy and she's just like I love her. I love her so much. Aaron comes in second. And Peeta, sweet Peeta, our third place.
He
My
is sweet
boys.
baby angel.
He's so sweet.
I love him.
Sweet Peeta.
The boy with the bread.
The boy with the bread. Sweet baby.
He really is.
He is.
All right. Who is your best villain or antagonist?
Okay, this one was hard because it just was. It was hard.
This one kind of was too because I have trouble calling a villain a villain.
Right. I'm like, are they villain? Like,
are they a villain? Are they misunderstood?
I don't feel like anybody I chose is like a villain.
Mine aren't either. Mine are just categorized that way.
I feel like they're solidly antagonist. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's a difference
That's
between
why
villain.
we added
Yes.
/ antagonist.
Yes.
Because I got blinders when it comes to villains. My goggles are so rose colored.
Yep. All right. My nominees for antagonist of the year are Karin Greenbrier from The Cruel Prince.
Oh, baby daddy.
Alistair Lowe from All of Us Villains and All of Us Demise. And Wense from Daughter of the Moon Goddess. And the award goes to Wense from Daughter of the Moon Goddess. I love that man.
Yeah.
I love that man. I can't wait for you to read book 2.
I know. I know. I'm dying.
Coming in at number 2, because I think Mandy would be mad at me if I put him any lower, is Karin Greenbrier.
Oh God, I love him so much.
And then Alistair Lowe, sweet Alistair, comes in at number 3.
That's a solid
I think that's a pretty solid.
Yeah.
And you can like understand all of these now because you've read Daughter of the Moon Goddess.
Yeah.
So, like, you can understand it. All right, tell me yours. Who are your nominees?
Mine? The nominees are Alistair Lowe from All of Us Villains by Amanda Foody and C.L. Herman. The Darkling from Demon in the Wood by Leigh Bardugo and the whole Grishaverse. And then I can't say the name. But the villain, it's because it's a spoiler, but the villain in Firekeeper's Daughter by Angeline Boulay.
Okay.
But it has to be there. Okay.
Okay.
And the award goes to the villain in the Firekeeper's Daughter. It's so upsetting. It's so upsetting.
Okay.
But it's so important. Like it's such a good, like, such a surprise and a knife twist in the gut.
Yeah.
Number 2 is My Baby the Darkling. And then number 3 was Alistair.
I think this is the first time that we've had somebody in the same spot.
Yeah.
I think this is the first one. Yay. All right. Tell me your nominees for fictional boyfriend, girlfriend, non-binary friend of the year.
When I tell you I had a freaking calendar year, like a golden year of book boyfriends, the nominees are Karin Greenbrier written by Holly Black. Aaron, okay, hold on. Atlas Corrigan by Colleen Hoover. And Aaron motherfucking Warner by Tahara Mafi, who I read in January.
So
So
it
it counts for
counts.
this year.
It does. It indeed does.
And to no one's surprise at all,
Absolutely no one. Absolutely zero surprise.
Aaron Warner takes it all. He could have all 3 spots if he wanted them. And that would be fine with me. Okay? Just fine. Number 2, I gave to Karin because I just love that man. And Atlas Corrigan got number 3. These are all in my top 5, and I've read them all this year.
This year. It's
the only buddy, like, Lorcan is missing. I read him last year. And the last spot changes depending on the day. That last spot's a fickle.
I love it.
Spot 5 is fickle bitch. All right. Who is your fictional boyfriend, girlfriend, non-binary friend of the year?
My nominees are Grimm from Lightlark by Alex Astra. Alex Astor. Wow, I'm the worst.
That was a mouthful.
That was terrible. I'm so sorry, Alex, if you're listening. Orion Hong from Foul Lady Fortune by Chloe Gong, and Ansel Diggory from Serpent and Dove series by Shelby Maherin.
Baby angel.
And I know we're very, very surprised by this, but the award goes to Ansel Diggory. We're so surprised.
As it should.
Ansel, any year that you read Ansel for the first time, like that, he is automatically the winner. Like,
it's the law.
We don't make the rules. We don't make the rules. Ansel wins.
He does.
Forever. Second place, yes. Second place goes to Orion because he is so chaotic, and I fucking love him. I love him. And then third place goes to Grimm. I am Team Grimm forever. Alex, if you're listening, it's Grimm. It's Grimm. I'm telling you. Please, I'm begging you. You'll understand if you ever read Lightlark.
I'll get there. It's on the list.
It's on the list.
All right. What is your arc of the year? Best arc you read this year?
I went with the arcs that I had the most physical reaction to when I received them.
Okay.
I mean, they're also like really good, but I went based solely on my like when I was approved or given.
Okay, so then I already know what number 1 is.
When I was approved or given these arcs, I lost my damn mind.
Okay.
The nominees are, to nobody's surprise, Foul Lady Fortune by Chloe Gong, Heart of the Sun Warrior by Sue Lynn Tan, and Star-Crossed Cal Story by Amber D. Lewis. Because I very much just lost my ever-loving mind. Just straight up, I was a mess in the best possible way. And the award goes to Foul Lady Fortune by Chloe Gong.
I mean, getting handed it in a bookstore when you're just not expecting it. There's no topping unless she had come out.
Oh my god. I was the best part was that I was asking for recommendations for queer books. And the bookseller was like, "What kind of things do you like?" And I was like, "My favorite book series right now is These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong." And she's just like,
"Say less.
Don't move." And I was like, "Oh god, am I in trouble?" Yeah. And she comes out and I'm like, she's not, what's going on? Like, nothing's changed. And then just whips it out of nowhere. The way
you fell over dead.
I'm pretty sure my soul left my body for a moment there. Like,
yep.
Second place goes to Heart of the Sun Warrior by Sue Lynn Tan. The way I had to cover my mouth to prevent myself from screaming while I was at the office when that email came through, Lord have mercy. And of course, Star-Crossed.
Yeah.
My sweet baby Cal. I love him.
I know. All
right, give me your nominees.
Okay, mine are The Alice Paradox by Olivia Blake, The Starlight in the Shadows by Amber D. Lewis, and The Kiss Curse by Aaron Sterling.
Okay.
And the award goes to, yet again, The Starlight in the Shadows by Amber D. Lewis. I could not put it down. It got very emotional. It was wonderful. Closely followed by The Atlas Paradox, because I also had to muffle my screams when I realized that I finally got the arc for it, that I'd been like literally checking NetGalley a dozen times a day. Like, if you change your mind, yeah. And then they just email me. And they're like, and we're going to make it even easier for you. Here's an audiobook.
Oh my God. Yep.
And then number 3 was The Kiss Curse by Aaron Sterling. It was very cute. Very precious.
I love it. So fun. All right. We're getting to our last 3 awards, and these are so good. And so difficult, but so good.
Oh my God.
Tell me your traditionally published book of the year.
All right. The nominees are Ignite Me by Tahira Mafi, They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera, and The Ballad of Never After by Stephanie Garber.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's a category.
Yeah.
Oof.
And the award goes to Ignite Me by Tahira Mafi.
Not surprised.
My boy. My boy. Number 2 is The Ballad of Never After by Stephanie Garber, and number 3 is They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. When I tell you, sobs racked my body. Even though, like, he tells you.
Yep.
You still don't prepare for it. If you think you're prepared for They Both Die at the End and the ending, you're not. You're not.
There's no way to prepare for that.
Nope.
All right.
What are your traditionally published books of the year?
All right. Well, my nominees are Soulmates by Susan Lee, An Arrow to the Moon by Emily X. Arpan, and Foul Lady Fortune by Chloe Gong. And the award goes to Foul Lady Fortune by Chloe Gong. I know. We're very surprised by this.
I know. We're so unpredictable on this show.
So shocking. I know nobody ever expected this of us.
Nope.
Second place, by a pretty close margin, I would say, is An Arrow to the Moon. I was consumed by this book. I brought this book on the plane with me to visit you because I needed to read it so badly. Like, I was consumed by this book. I still love it. I love it so much. If you have not read An Arrow to the Moon, please go find it.
It's on there too. It's up there. It's on the list.
So good.
So
good, everybody. And then Soulmates by Susan Lee. I just love a good childhood best friends to lovers. It just warms my heart so much. So much. I loved it.
Yeah, good one. All right. What about your self-published books of the year?
All right. I actually read quite a few. I was surprised by how many I had read.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, I feel like it's harder for me to find self-published books, or I just know less whether or not they are you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. My brain can't comprehend things.
No, I'm with you. It's like, I didn't even realize that was self-published.
Right, exactly. So, all right. The nominees are The Wedding Planners by Erin Thompson, The Starlight in the Shadows by Amber D. Lewis, and Long Way Home by Melissa Grace.
Oh, that's a good. Yeah, it's a good list.
It is good. I really love all of these books. It was difficult for me to pick between Melissa Grace's books, but I'm firmly settled on Long Way Home. So the award goes to The Starlight in the Shadows by Amber D. Lewis. Breaks my heart.
I know.
It's so good.
It's so freaking good, man.
It's so good. That girl. I love her. She's so good.
You're a wizard, Amber.
Second place goes to Long Way Home by Melissa Grace. And then third goes to The Wedding Planners by Erin Thompson. I loved all 3 of these books, and they all hit me in like different ways, in the best possible way. Like I love it. I love it. Tell me yours.
Mine are very just all over the place. You're gonna be shocked.
I'm so
The nominees are The Rogue Crown by A.K. Mulford, Scar's Alex Story by Amber D. Lewis, and The Starlight in the Shadows by Amber D. Lewis.
I am so surprised.
I
This is
cannot
brand new
believe it.
information.
Yes, I know. And the award goes to The Starlight in the Shadows by Amber D. Lewis, because I finally got something I was looking for.
Listen, this is the first category in which we have had the same number one.
Yep.
Yay!
Look at us agreeing on things.
So, I mean, I feel like Amber should get like an extra special award for bringing this out of us. So go, Amber.
Yay,
Yay for you.
Amber. Good job. Second place is The Rogue Crown by A.K. Mulford. It's the third book in the Five Crowns of Oakrith series. Believe it just came out like 2 days ago, actually. 2 days ago for us. So if you haven't read the Five Crowns of Oakrith or Five Courts of Oakrith series, I'm sorry, then you should, because they're really freaking good. She's like Olivia Blake level of self-published, went freaking viral as she deserved, and skyrocketed into traditional publishing.
Yep.
So she should be in your local Barnes and Noble, and you should check her out.
Indeed read it before she.
Oh God, yeah. I read it. I read I read the first two last year, but then I have read The Rogue Crown several months ago, actually.
Yep.
This year, super good.
Yay.
Yeah. Oh, and then third was Scar's Alex Story, because my boy, I love him.
You do love him.
Yeah.
All right, friends. This is it.
This is the last one.
This is the big one.
The big one.
Book of the year.
Oh man.
This was I want to say it's hard, but it wasn't hard. It was
like
not hard at all.
It wasn't.
I feel like it wasn't because I had already gone through and picked like books of the year.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I have a book of the year that's fantasy, and a book of the year that's romance, and a book of I could have 15 books of the year. It just trying to narrow it down to
that's
just
fair.
Book of the year is
yeah,
that's hard.
Yeah,
that's hard.
All right.
Okay, so the nominees are The Starlight in the Shadows by Amber D. Lewis, The Ballad of Never After by Stephanie Garber, and Ignite Me by Tahira Mafi. And the award goes to The Ballad of Never After by Stephanie Garber, based solely on my emotional response to that book. That book affected me emotionally. Okay, the Shatter Me series threw me into a depression that took me weeks to get out of, just because it there was some very dark things that go on, and it stays dark for a while. But raw emotional response, The Ballad of Never After just wrecked my soul for a good while. I'm still reeling from the ending of this book. Second place was The Starlight in the Shadows by Amber D. Lewis, and third place was Ignite Me by Tahira Mafi.
Okay.
What is your book of the year?
My book of the year nominees are The Starlight in the Shadows by Amber D. Lewis, An Arrow to the Moon by Emily X.R. Pan, and Foul Lady Fortune by Chloe Gong. And the award goes to Foul Lady Fortune by Chloe Gong. This book sweeps all the categories for me. I'm sorry. I read it, so I locked myself in my room and read this book, and I was just so engrossed in it, and I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with this book. I love this book so much. And I'm so glad it's out in the world now and other people are reading it. Good Lord, I'm so happy people are hearing and reading this story. And Chloe just announced the synopsis of the two novellas.
Oh my God.
And I'm just oh my God. She did novella number 2 first, and I was oh my God, that's so exciting. And then she did novella number 1, which has a spoiler for Foul Lady Fortune, which is why she did it that way. And I was and apparently she was saying how people were shocked, and I was I'm not shocked, I'm just super fucking excited.
Yeah, I'm just pumped.
It's not a surprise. You know?
Yeah.
It's not a surprise this synopsis that we got here. It's not a surprise. But people were apparently very surprised by it, and I'm just like, Chloe! Now I have to wait
what
to
are you doing?
freaking February.
No, just go back to your indie
I know. I'm like,
and be like, hey guys.
hey.
And be like Dave Chappelle. Go to one of those Chloe arcs.
You got yeah. This is gonna be me. Gonna be me in like a couple months. Be like, hey,
Yeah.
you got any of those Chloe
Yeah.
arcs? You got any of those? My second place goes to The Starlight in the Shadows by Amber D. Lewis.
So there we go. There it is again.
There it is. There you are again, Amber. Look at you go.
And the same level. They're the same.
Yes. Yeah, it's
place.
the same spot. And then third place goes to An Arrow to the Moon by Emily X. R. Pan. I love that. Oh my gosh.
So I think we need to give one more award. There's only one nominee, but he's across the room.
Okay.
The Show Dog of the Year. Come here, Georgie. Come here, baby. Come here.
The nominees are
Come here, boy.
George Bailey.
Now he's acting like he doesn't know how to get things. George Bailey, and George Bailey. And the award goes to Georgie. Do you have anything to say? That was moving, baby. Thank you.
So sweet.
I'm amazed. I'm just, wow. You heard it here first, folks. Wise words from George Bailey, the Show Dog winner, first, second, and third place. How did you do it?
That is so surprising, so shocking.
Yep.
I am so surprised.
And that was the candies.
Oh my gosh. That was fun and stressful, but fun.
Yeah. Worth it. Worth it in the end.
It was. It was just very stressful to have to choose favorites. I don't like picking favorites. This is why I only have one child.
Yeah. Well, anytime the twins ask me if I have a favorite twin, I tell them it's Cole Sprouse.
I like that.
Keeps things fair, you know.
That's acceptable. I'm going to say Aster Downs.
Yeah.
That's going to be my answer from now on.
Oh, it's been my answer since before I knew Aster existed. You're talking years of, listen, I got a favorite twin, and it's Cole Sprouse.
Nobody's ever asked me if I have a favorite twin, okay?
Yeah.
So I now have developed. I
have a goal in life.
I can now answer this question. If anybody ever asks me if I have a favorite twin,
yes, I do.
Aster Downs.
Do we want to talk about our internet besties and go over a spiel?
Oh my gosh. This is the last
January.
I don't know how to feel about this. It's like bittersweet, kind of. Like, I'm excited to get a break, but also like, I'm gonna miss you.
What you gonna talk to me every day? What are you talking about?
Yeah, but I don't like talk to you. It's different, okay? It's different. I get to see your face every week, Mandy. It's different.
We can send each other selfies on Thursday nights of us doing not a damn thing.
Of us sleeping?
Yeah. I'll take it with my. Have you ever seen like the old memes that would go around Facebook with the guy in front of the mirror where you could see his feet taking the photo? And it'll be like, babe took a photo of me sleeping.
Yes. Oh my God.
We'll send each other some of those.
The most ridiculous things. I love it. This is an excellent plan.
Yeah.
All right, friends. If you enjoyed this episode or the podcast in general this whole year, please like, follow, and subscribe, especially because then you will be notified when we have new episodes coming out in the new year. Since we are taking a break, you want to be notified because I forget things all the time. I need people to remind me. So make your podcast person app thing remind you by subscribing to us because we're awesome and we love you.
Yes, we are.
You can also follow us over on social media. We are at The Incoherent Fangirl on Instagram and TikTok, at Incoherent Girls on Twitter. Because Twitter is the worst.
Boo.
Just the worst ever.
It's
But
the armpit of the internet.
we're there. If you need to
Yeah.
get a hold of us some over there for some reason or other,
Yeah.
we're there. You can also like our Facebook page and then head over to our website, theincoherentfangirl.com, where you can also stream all of our episodes as well as read our blog, which is full of fun
Yeah. We're going to keep
reads.
posting there.
Yes, we will
Don't worry
absolutely
about
keep
us.
posting there. So if you would like to see what what arcs we're reading, what, movies we're watching, things like that, it'll be over there while we
Mhm.
are absent from your ears.
You can always go back and listen to old episodes too. Like
Yeah,
we can
that'd be fun
get you
too.
through the winter blues.
It'll be fun. And we will be I'll try and post like something or other
Yeah, occasionally.
occasionally when I'm less burnt out from editing stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
um, but yes, please visit our website. There's lots of fun stuff there. Um, and I'm gonna throw this out there. My birthday is in November, and our Amazon wish lists are linked to our website. Christmas is coming up. If y'all love us
Hey.
and want to send us some books, we love
Hey.
books.
We'll take those.
um, but yeah, our website's a lot of fun. I think I'm gonna see what I can add to it during our break as well, because
Yeah.
that's fun. That's not something that I've been doing every week for the past year. So, um, and then you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel where all of our episodes are also streaming. If
Mhm.
you're a YouTube person and not a podcast person, it's over there on YouTube.
Hey, yeah.
You can just listen to us over there. In the new year, we will have Patreon up and running, which will also have full video episodes as well as some bonus content that has never seen the light of day because
No.
we have been saving it for Patreon, which is what I'm telling myself rather than because I'm lazy and haven't been putting it up anyway.
It's your New Year's resolution.
I'm gonna be better. I promise, y'all. I say that now, but I probably won't be better. Don't listen to me. If you have any suggestions for the podcast or for Patreon, send us an email at theincoherentfangirl@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. You can send us
Yeah.
comments, questions, suggestions. Just let us know we're pretty.
Compliments.
We love compliments. Those are
It's like food.
the best.
That's how we survive.
The best. And is that all the things other than
I
us?
think that's all the things other than
All
who
right.
we are.
Well, she's at Mandy Perv on all the things.
And she's at Ms. Made in China on all the things.
And that was our last spiel of the year.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, here we go. Let's talk about our internet besties.
Besties.
The
Bestitos, if you will.
the last time of this year. Ooh. You can head on over to herecomesthenerd.com. Use code FANGIRL to get 20% off your first order. She currently has her Geek-O-Ween pre-order up. All the designs are freaking adorable. And you get pre-order pricing if you order now.
Hey,
So
there you go.
head on over.
And then once you're checked out and you've done all that, go to onceuponabookclub.com and use code Mandy10 for 10% off.
Yay.
Yay!
And if you would like even more tea and goodies.
You do. You do.
You do. You always do.
Yeah.
You're listening
You're
to
like
us.
us.
Head over to novelteachest.com. That is novel like a book, tea like the drink, chest.com. Use code FANGIRL5 and you'll get 5% off your monthly subscription.
And then, because there's never enough tea in the world, head over to grimoiretea.com and use code FANGIRLT for 10% off your order. But remember, there is no I in fangirl. FANGRLTEA for 10% off your order.
Yay, we love our besties. Thank you all for
Yes, we do. An amazing year.
An amazing year. Thank you for being our besties on the internet. We love you so much.
You.
And you know what? And in real life,
yeah,
we're besties for realsies too.
Yes.
So we love y'all so much. Thank you for supporting our podcast. Thank you for spreading the word. and letting us,
Yeah.
name drop you because it makes me feel kind of special to be able to do that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
We have coupon codes.
It
Like
makes me feel really cool to be able to be like, oh, would you like a coupon code?
one
I
of
know.
my nieces is currently shopping for a bookish box to use like to spend babysitting money on. And I was like, well, you can try this one. I have a coupon code. Or this one, I have a coupon code. And if you check that, because I have a coupon code.
I love it. I love it so much. Oh my gosh. And thank you, listeners, for sticking with us
Yes.
for the year. It has been a learning experience, but it's been so much fun.
Yeah.
So, so much fun. I want to pull something up really quick because I want to give a special, special shout out to, hold on one second, our friends in Finland for being the
Hey.
top country outside of the US to stream our podcast.
Hi. We love you.
Thank you so much. I don't know how you found us, but I'm so glad you did. Thank you for listening. I think
Yeah.
Finland has streamed every one of our episodes, which makes me really happy.
Finland, we love
Thank you
you.
so much.
Let us know
We
who you are. We'd love to
Yeah,
talk to you.
send us an email. You know where to find us. Thank you so much
Yeah.
to everybody and all of our international listeners as well. There are very many of you, and it makes me really happy to see. I'm just going to read this list real quick because I feel like they deserve it. We got Finland, Germany, Canada, Sweden, Russia, Netherlands, Australia, Japan, Brazil, Israel, France, United Kingdom, and New Zealand.
Hey, to the person in the United Kingdom, do you know Tom Hiddleston? Can you make sure I meet him? Thank you.
Or like make sure he listens to us.
Tell him to listen and then send in an email so that I can figure out how we're going to meet.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he can also
Thank you.
come hang out with us
Do
on
you
the
know
pod.
Ed Sheeran too? I'd love to know if you know Ed Sheeran too.
um I nobody can convince me. Absolutely 0% anybody can convince me that the one listener from New Zealand was not Chloe Gong when she was back home for like a week. Nobody is convincing me otherwise. Thank
I
you.
feel like it was AK Mulford because I love her, but
Nobody's convincing me.
they sat there together and listened to
And
it
listen to
together.
it together. Okay.
Yeah.
I accept
Well,
this.
and AK has moved from New Zealand now, so
Okay. I like this headcanon. It's a good
yeah.
headcanon.
Yeah.
Never mind me just scrolling to see where exactly in New Zealand this
Oh my gosh.
I'm
They say
I
Big Brother is watching, Karin is watching.
I just watch her.
She just
Listen.
zoomed in on a map to this person's house.
I just really like looking at our stats because it makes me feel so proud of us. We
This
have
has been a good year.
It has been a good year. We have over 1,000 downloads this year, and
Yeah.
it feels pretty good just for like a
Yeah.
little old indie podcast just starting out. Two
It's just
nerdy
running
girls
our
just
mouths.
yeah, just
Yakking.
just talking,
Yeah.
and y'all are listening. So thank you so much for listening and for supporting us. And we hope you're enjoying yourselves, and we also hope you're not listening just to make fun of us because that would be cruel and
They're
unusual.
not.
That's rude.
Yeah.
And I will find you.
Tiny Asian Fury.
That's me.
She's got her fists up.
I'm gonna fight you.
And that was the Incoherent Fan
And the
for
first
the last time this year.
and that was our first annual Kandy Awards. We're so
Yeah.
happy that you're here. And
Thank you for
remember,
listening.
just remember that we love you. And if you are ever feeling down, just put on one of our episodes because I'm pretty sure we always tell you that we love you.
Yes, we do. We love you very much.
And we do. So
Thank you for
have
listening.
have a wonderful holiday, everybody. For those who celebrate or for those who don't. Like if you're just having some time in November and December, like good for you too.
Yeah, read a book for us. Curl up under a blanket and get cozy. Hey, if you again, any packages come that you need to lie about, Karin and Mandy sent it to you.
Yep. Your besties on the
especially
Angel
around
Hair
the
Candy.
holidays.
Oh, yeah. We're here for you.
Yeah.
We're here for you. We promise. Just make sure, just let us know. We'll, we will corroborate your story. Absolutely. That was a really hard word to say.
Corroborate.
It's a hard word. All right. We love
We
you.
love you. Bye.
Bye.
We are sponsored by our friends at Here Comes the Nerd. Pins, stickers, magnets, and more. Here Comes the Nerd has happy art for all fandom-loving hearts. New customers can use coupon code FANGIRL during checkout for 20% off their first order at herecomesthenerd.com. Coupon applies to ready-to-ship items only.